to Behind the Veil, a show that provides insight into the world of people and events. I'm your host, Keith Willard. Welcome back to the show. Today, we have one of America's best actors. His name is Steve Guttenberg. You know him from a plethora of films and TV shows, and he's going to be joining us shortly. But before we bring him on, let me bring on my co-host, Marcy Guttenberg, with an affair to remember by Marcy. Hi, Marcy.
Hi, Keith.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. I mean,
I
he is,
know. Very exciting.
he's taken time out of his very crazy schedule because I know that he's traveling to join us.
It's been a crazy time out there.
So I don't even want to go through the usual back and forth. Let's bring him on. Steve, welcome to the show.
Hi, Steve.
Good afternoon. Hi, you guys.
Oh my God, I'm so excited about this because I'm a huge fan. I've always been a huge fan. I mean, basically, I grew up with you. So we were basically the same age my whole life. Obviously, you had a lot more exposure than I did to the world. But
maybe.
I mean, I saw you in a film. I thought, it was super relatable because I was the same age. And I thought, I get it. I get him. And to hear the fact that you were like Hollywood's nice guy all the time could be annoying. I mean, I was like, I don't know if I would always want to be Hollywood nice guy because, I heard through multiple interviews that Heckle out of the UK was like actually one of a fan favorite of yours. Like people really went and connected with your ability to connect with this like next level person in Heckle. What was that like? Like, when that opportunity came, did you jump at it? Was it something that you sought after?
Yeah, as an actor, you always want to keep popping up different holes and giving yourself the room to be creative in lots of different ways. So Heckle, which was a drama and a little bit of a horror film or slasher film,
right,
gave me the opportunity to play a very angry, irksome, belligerent character, and play him as a comedian on stage.
Yeah.
So it was actually very freeing to play that character.
Wow.
And it gave me an opportunity to do work that I don't usually do, because as an actor, you do get not caught, but you do choose a certain path,
right,
where it chooses you because you can only play what you're offered, and
right,
you often at one point become an adult and need to make a living. So if you're the villain and you get a lot of villainous parts, you want to play the good guy,
right?
You want to play the hero, the protagonist, but you don't get offered it, and you need to feed your family, so you just keep getting offered these villainous roles and you take them. So then all of a sudden everybody thinks that you're the villain. You can only play a villain. And I think all companies, whether you're an actor, a writer, a painter, a plumber,
right,
a semiconductor plant, you're known by doing semiconductors.
Right.
But you say, well, no, we actually don't just do semiconductors, we also do gold plating. But you're not going to get a lot of jobs for gold plating, even though you have the equipment.
Right.
Because you're known as semiconductors. Same thing with an actor.
Right.
So I've been mostly known as playing the good guy. And when you get a chance to do something else, you jump at it. Yeah.
You were on some other shows like Ballers and some of these other shows that were bringing out different elements of your acting as well.
Yeah.
So what would you say to, how does it feel to play such an antithesis of what you what you started out playing to what you're playing now?
Good word. Good
It's just fun to go. It's antithesis. It's fun to do stuff that you usually don't do. Right. I'm sure a carpenter who only builds barns, when he gets hired to do a private home, is excited because it's
right.
You get to use different skills. I played a real pervert Veronica Mars.
Yes.
I was played a pedophile.
Creepy, but
And
yes, it was amazing.
yeah, so I think that was really smart casting on Rob Thomas's part for me,
Right.
and I think for the audience too. And it was sort of at the end of the run of Veronica Mars, so it didn't get as much play um, as when they were, in their height. But it was very good for me. And the same with Ballers. I got a call that they just wanted to meet me, no audition. So I said,
Mm,
great. I went in there and I met with them. And it's terrific when people know your work and know what you can do, as opposed to people wondering and they want you to audition one line.
right.
They don't know if you can do it. And I still audition now. There are times when I'll get an offer, like I just did this movie, How to Murder Your Husband.
I know. I was going to ask you about this. Sybil Shepherd. Oh my God, one of my favorites.
I just
Yes.
watched
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh, you did? You
Yeah.
just
Yes.
watched it? I haven't watched it yet. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, that was a great
Yeah, that was
opportunity.
fun.
I liked working with her, and it was a serious movie, so that was
I
great
love
to
that.
work on. And Lifetime is a great channel to work for. They have their niche.
Right.
Either it's Christmas movies,
Mhm.
That's true.
which is everybody gets along, or
It's true.
or the other end of the spectrum, which is murder,
Yep.
and everybody's getting murdered. So
I love the fact that those are totally opposites. You're like Christmas or murder. Okay.
Or murder.
Lifetime. Okay.
Yeah.
Christmas or murder. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you found success, and I wouldn't say at an early age, because you really like did everything you could. I mean, I love the idea, the fact that you snuck your way onto the studio and then started making phone calls to producers at a very early age. So what was that like? And I'm going to ask you two questions here. So when you went to premieres as a younger person, and now that you're going to more adult person, differences mentally for you? Because as a young person, I mean, if I got invited to a premiere, I would be like, what? Oh my God, it's me. I'm famous. Done. Yay. But as somebody that's more adult, I'd be like, please don't handle me. I do not want to be handled. Why are you handling me? Are you finding any of that? Give us a little insight into that world.
You have to know how to play the game, and that's very,
but
very
doesn't that
important.
take time? Doesn't that take time?
Yeah. So you learn how to play the game.
Mhm.
At the beginning, you are just thrilled to be there, and it's very exciting.
Right.
And they're big events. So if someone pulls you and says, come here, be
Right.
here at this time, and all those sort of things, you're new at it, so you just agree.
You just do. Yeah.
And then as you get older, you you might fight that being handled. You might argue with someone, say, no, I don't want to do that right now. Or and that's sort of the middle of the bus trip.
Right.
But then after you've been on the bus for a while, you realize that's what your job is, to be the actor, and their job is to handle you. So you have to let them handle you. You can't take that away from them.
Right.
And also it's not part of the game. Part of the game is, even if you're Anthony Hopkins, Tony, we need to go over here. Okay. Tony, we need to get back to your seat. Okay. You don't go, I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to do that right now. You would never hear Tony Hopkins say that. He would say, oh, okay, because he understands the game. But as a young man, I'm sure he said, well, I don't want to be there at 8:30. I want to get there at 9:30.
Right.
Well, you need to be there at 8:30 to do the red carpet. I don't want to do the red carpet. But then you learn, well, you have to do the red carpet.
So those relationships become more conversational and more adult when you get older, because you guys both understand the game, right?
Yeah.
Meaning the handlers and the actor.
Yeah.
You guys both get it. You understand what has to happen. So you're like, okay, I get it. I know what I need to do.
You're at a dinner party and you either be a good guest or don't come, and that's what it's really about. You're invited somewhere. You need to be a good guest.
Right.
So that's what I learned. You need to be a good guest.
Do you have a writer? because I deal with a lot of like entertainment, meaning musicians and people that are in the, you know, singing careers, let's say, and they have these huge writers, and like John Mellencamp's writer is just ridiculous. It's next level. So do you have, and it's mostly due because his manager keeps adding stuff. So, at one point it was Big Red Gum, and then it was like, oh, he wanted some apples, so they added the apples to the writer, and so now it just gets reproduced over and over and over and over again.
They don't take things off, right?
They don't take things off. They just keep adding things on. Do you have a writer?
No. I think being easy is better. I like to be the easy guy.
Right. But
It's
is there
better
a
for
point
me.
that you're like too easy, where I'm too easy? At least give me some water in my waiting room.
Yeah, sometimes you're too easy, but that's part of the game. There's nothing in it to be a difficult person. There's just nothing in it for me.
Yeah.
And anytime I've been difficult, there hasn't been any percentage in it. And you want to get out of there too. The truth is you want to go home. So
true.
I'm not going to
so
spend,
true.
I'm not going to, whereas I used to spend 20 minutes arguing that I don't have water in my room.
Right.
So this time, you just say, hey, can I have a bottle of water? Sure. That's it. And
Nice.
instead of saying, hey, there's no water in my room, I ask for water. Just ask, hey, may I have a glass of water? Sure.
So it's a matter of being a kind human being, is basically what you're saying. Be a kind human being.
You're not a doormat, you're not
Right.
going to roll over all the time. But you have to understand, if you're at Denny's, don't ask for filet mignon with a lobster macaroni and
That's a great way to put it.
mac and cheese.
That
Lobster
is a
mac
great
and
way to
cheese.
put it. Oh my
Right?
God, that's
You're
funny.
at Denny's, so
Yeah.
get their signature dish and eggs and
Get the
bacon
fried
and
chicken fingers with ranch.
Right.
And
by
the
way,
fried cheese.
We didn't mention this, but Marcy and I are cousins, so I think that I just wanted to point that out for your viewers.
Yes. That's what I'm like. It's amazing. Well, and she actually said before we came on that, she was that you just celebrated a wedding anniversary. And so congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 4 years. Thank you.
4 years.
Amazing.
Thank you both.
Ours is coming up this weekend. Yours was last week.
Oh, yours is coming up. Oh, great.
Yeah.
And that you're really into your dog, Marcy. Wait. What was the name of Macy? What's the name of the dog?
Gracie.
Gracie. Thank you. Sorry, Gracie. Yes. Oh, look at that beautiful dog.
What's the story behind why you named her Gracie?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, we were going to get one little dog, and then the breeder ghosted us, but her name was Gracie. So when we found out we can get another little girl from another breeder,
right,
we were thinking about names, and I said, I really like Gracie. And Emily kept saying, oh, she's going to be a little comedian. And I said, oh, Gracie Allen is a comedian. And we just landed on Gracie, and she really is a Gracie. She's a good girl.
You know what? I find it amazing that a breeder ghosted Steve Guttenberg. I'm sorry. I mean, I find that crazy. I mean, I can see them ghosting me, but I mean, I'd be like, really? I mean, I don't know. Like, well, no.
The world is, the good stuff is really surprising when someone,
Yes.
when you left your coffee on your car and you're going into Marshall's to shop, and then someone comes and goes, hey, I got your coffee. You're like, oh
it's
my
the best
God,
thing
you left it in your
ever.
car.
It's the best thing ever.
And then when you go to a restaurant, you hang your coat up, you have your meal, and you come out and you can't find your coat, and someone stole your coat. And that's another one where you just are so surprised, you can't believe it, that someone would do that.
Right.
So I find that, listen, and I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
I try to be really thoughtful and nice. My dad passed in July.
Yeah, I read
And
about that. I
my
read about
life
that.
has
Yeah.
changed. Yeah, my life has changed. I'm a lot different now. But
Well, I understand that
yeah.
you like got on a plane on the day of his birthday for this new project, and he felt like it was a sign.
Oh, well, no doubt about it. I hadn't really worked for about 5 years looking after my dad, and it's been tough these last 5 years. It's really hard to see someone you love so much
Right.
be unwell. Um, anyway,
No, but you know what this does? It humanizes you as a persona because people see you as a persona. Unfortunately, part of the fame is that they see what your handlers and your agents have put to the public. And so to see somebody that goes, that's me. I went through that, and he's going through it also, just humanizes you and makes you more relatable. Like I look at you and I think human being now, not actor. I think, wow, nice guy. He took the time off to deal with it, to handle his family, because I know that family is hugely important to you, as it should be for every person, because at the end of the day, out of everything, your family is going to be next to you. you know all the success and fame in the world can't do much until your family's standing next at the very end.
yeah, it depends on the type of person you are. There are some people who, um, well, I think to be really good at something, you have to be a little unbalanced, which kind of sucks. I mean, you know,
I
That's so
love that.
true.
That's true. I mean, bipolar people tend to be very successful. I don't know what that is, because they're like hardcore in your face, and then they have those moments. But you've noticed that some serious brilliance come out of people that are seriously unstable. I get it. Like,
it's, you know what it is? If you really want to be good at what you do, you're probably not home at 6 o'clock. You're probably not.
no,
You want to be
no,
a great,
please.
yeah, you want to be a great surgeon. You're probably not home at 6 o'clock to have dinner every night. And a good anything. And I wrestle with that because I want a good home life. I want a good personal life. I also
Right.
want to be very successful. So
But I
it's
understand, one of
uh,
your roles, you said that you used to have to drive around the block several times to kind of get your head back into reality after
oh yeah.
playing a dark character.
Oh yeah. I find it. That's what's good about meditation is um, you take a little break from everything. You meditate,
Right.
and I have a friend of mine who meditates. He's a stockbroker, and he meditates before he comes home, so he doesn't bring all that crap home. You see, that's what the march to war was really. I know it sounds funny, but when the wife would put on the man's battle armor because he's going to battle, she would help him put his armor on, and then he would join the march to the battlefield. Now, if he was lucky enough to come home from the battlefield, he would march home, and
Right.
through that march home, he would hopefully drop a lot of that battle. So when he walked in the house, he's not super uptight. He's a little more relaxed. And he was just a guy was just trying to chop his head off. And he walks in, and his son goes, "Hey, can you fix my wooden toy?"
Right.
If he just walked off the battle, he would say, "Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me? I just came off a battle. Two guys were chopping my head off, and I killed them both, and they threw me off a cliff, and I just swam 2 miles to get back, and I'm soaking wet. You want me to fix a fucking toy?" Pardon my French. And but
Yes.
so I think that driving around your car before you come home, and you really got to put it together. My grandfather,
Mm.
not a Guttenberg, my grandfather Newman, my mother's father, would say before he walked in the house, he would whistle. So he used to work he owned a dry cleaning store. He would drop everything from the day by whistling as he walked up the 3 or 4 flights of stairs to the apartment instead of taking the elevator.
Right.
Well, no, they didn't have an elevator. So that walk up the stairs and the walk home got him out of it. life is really hard, and
It is. It
it's
is.
hard
It's
for
hard.
most people, and everybody thinks, I love that James Taylor line, you know, when it looks like everybody else knows, the way to go. I forgot what song it's from, but sometimes I'd feel that way. I feel like everybody else knows the way to go except for me. Everybody else looks like they're having really happy lives, really happy
That's all
relationships.
social media. That's all social media. It always looks
Mirrors.
pretty from the outside. Always looks pretty from the outside, but we're all kind of in the same bucket. We're all trying to make our way the best way we possibly can in the best way we know how. So talking about that, what are things that bring you joy? What are the next things for you that you're super looking forward to, that you're like, I've got this project in, I'm really excited about?
I honestly, I'm excited about making myself a better person because,
Really? I mean, I'm
yeah,
actually really impressed with that answer, because it's not something that I would have normally expected.
I want to be better. I want to be able to control myself, control my emotions. I want to be happier as a hu-
As a
husband,
human
son,
being.
friend, colleague, civilian,
Yeah.
citizen. I want to be better. I want to be my best me most of the time. And I fail quite often, and I'm tired of failing.
I have to tell
I'm
you, I'm
Oh my
surprised
goodness.
by that, because
I
outwardly
know.
you look like a success. So I get it. I totally get it. Does that add extra pressure, because from the outside it looks like you've got the perfect world,
Oh
perfect
yeah.
life,
Well,
perfect everything?
this is my wife Emily. I have a
Oh,
Hi,
yay!
Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
hold on.
Oh,
I wish
aren't
Mark
you
were here. He would say hello, but he's out right now.
aren't you beautiful? Oh my
Let
God.
me see if I
She
can.
is.
Yeah.
Just want to see if I can.
Did they see Gracie? Here's her little dog.
Yeah, we saw Gracie multiple times. Hi, Gracie.
Gracie's adorable.
We love Gracie.
There's
Who would
speaker.
you? Who would you?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, there you are. Okay. If you wanted to work with anybody, whether it's in the industry that you're in or any other industry, who would you want to meet? What would you like to do?
Yes.
If it was anything else.
Who do you want to?
Yeah, oh, they're not asking me.
She's
I
like,
would.
back to you.
I tell you, I know it. It would be Johann Gutenberg,
Oh,
the guy who created the
Ooh.
the
press.
press. That's
The
a good one.
press. That's a great one. I know. How many times do you get asked, are you related to them, right?
Oh yeah. All the
Yeah,
time.
and we all just that they changed the spelling of our name when and Gutenberg was Christian or sort of Christian, and then we Gutenbergs are Jewish.
I was about to
So
say South Florida. Hello. I mean, my husband's name's Saronin. We're Jewish. We're definitely Jewish.
Saron, is that Irish?
No, it's
Yeah.
it's actually from New England, and then by way of obviously Germany during that time to the U.S., but definitely Jewish.
Oh, right, good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
You want to go for a walk? You want to?
Yep,
you
we're
wanna
going.
go?
We're
Oh,
going on a walk.
you're going, or do you
Okay.
want to stay?
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, no worries. Hi, thank you guys so much. I know that you gave us this little sliver of time. I thank you so much for being a part of this and just being so authentic and being yourself, and I couldn't appreciate it more.
Thanks.
You so much.
I'd love to see you both again because you guys are so great. And Marcy, it's so good to see you. And both
It's
of
so
you
great
guys,
to see you.
you're very wise, and I'd love to talk more.
You're going to be in Jersey soon, aren't you? You're doing an event out there, and I think that Helene and the girls may come and see you there. So I'll remind them that that's coming up soon, because I was looking at some dates coming up.
That would be great. That'd be
So
great.
they said,
Well, and your
they said to
wife
say hello too.
Well, and your wife and your dog just ran away from you, so we're going to end this now. So.
They ran away. That happens a lot.
She's adorable too. His wife is a sweetheart, a true
So-
sweetheart.
Again, thank you so
You
much
met her
for
at-
being part of it.
Yeah.
What? Say that again. What were you saying?
You met her at the reunion, right?
Yes. Yes. And everybody keeps asking, when are we having another one? I'm waiting for someone to plan it.
I know. We have to do that. We have to do that.
I know we do. We have to do it again.
If
Maybe
Marcy
we can do it
only
in
knew-
Florida.
I'm
Sunny
sorry.
Florida.
Marcy only knew a few planners. I'm
If
sorry.
I knew a few planners, right? Yes.
Like,
Yes.
you're in the wedding and event industry. Like,
Well,
what?
it's funny you brought up, Johannesburg, Johann Guttenberg, because being a stationer, everybody thinks that I am related, and I keep saying no, we're not related.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I
That's-
used to be on the other side, I used to do event planning, so that was why we are thick in the middle of that here. I mean, right now, let me ask you a question, because you're out in California. How is it out by you with events and the
good
issues
question.
of the homeless situation? Are you guys still able to go to events and mill about, or do you really have to be that conscious?
Well, I think it's sort of disappeared now. The events are back on. People do get COVID and don't go, of course. All the events are on. Some people wear masks and some people don't. It's sort of like the supermarket. You'll see a few people with masks and most people without. The homeless here is like every city, every big city. It's all over the place. It's crazy.
Yes. Well, hopefully we can get things under control. And I love watching your videos because they're so positive, so
Wow.
uplifting.
Thank you.
That's one of my highlights. I strive to do more of that too. So it's, when you do it, I think it becomes a better habit for people to kind of watch and grow from. So
yeah,
you do that for other people. And I'm so happy for that.
Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you.
One of these days, nice will be cool.
Yes.
I know, right? One of these days, nice would actually be cool. I would love that. Oh my God.
Would love it.
All right, go enjoy your walk. Thank you, Steve, for being on the show. We really,
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. We love you even more now to see the human side of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Mwah.
Love you too. Bye.